Hello, hello, hello. It is Kitchen Counter Oracle. I've been trying to get to these for the last several days, but it's like, you know what? There's a lot of energies at play, specifically like the Sodom and Gomorrah variety, heavy on the Lot reference to Lot's wife. There's people just looking back on the past and they're feeling salty as hell. Not my problem, right? This is going to be a clear the air energy check-in for fire. For the fire element. The zodiac signs of Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius can be anywhere in your chart. Your big three, your big six, a stellium, north node, south node, don't know, don't care, right? I'm just reading the energy at play. There is either a person or an entire community of people that severely overestimated their market value, in a manner of speaking. And I mean, just, I'm not trying to sound elitist, I really and truly not, but this is the example I'm being given. A woman from a wealthy family is up for marriage, right? The problem is all the men, the eligible bachelors in the area and local churches and stuff like that, from a standpoint of socioeconomics, all of them are disqualified. They don't have the right mannerisms. They don't make enough money to support a wife and children. They come from an extremely oppressive religious background and so on down that line. And I mean, it's just on top of that too, wealthy families have an image to maintain. And one of my biggest pet peeves is having to defend why I chose what I chose. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. So there may be a community of people riding somebody's ass about why they chose what they chose and feel the way that they do because there's a white SUV literally riding my bumper as we speak. But at the same time, it's just like they want to know why they're not acceptable. But the problem is like, dude, how many times do we, like folks with the educational background in the subject of economics, like we took the economics courses and stuff like that, how many times do we have to tell you that money stays with money? Money stays with money. And the only time men are going to look outside of their social class is when she herself is already successful. Business owner, went to the same school as them, and so on down that line. And when you are looking at a girl from a wealthy family surrounded by a bunch of less than desirable options, she is going to go searching for the circle she feels she fits best in. Somebody who is of the same status as her or higher. She's not going to look down. Never down. Now, my thing is this, is there anything wrong with coming from lesser origins? No, there is not. But at the same time, when you are trying to ruin a woman's life because she won't pick you, because instead of attempting to meet her at her level, you're trying to drag her down to yours, which is a problem. And my thing is, I watched my sister make the very mistake in which I'm talking about. And you know what? They're now divorced. I mean, it is what it is. Just because you attend the same schools does not mean they're going to choose you. Especially if you bullied them, made fun of them, ridiculed them, gave them a hard time when all they were doing was struggling with something called social anxiety. You made them more anxious, and so on down that line. And the truth of the matter is, not everybody wants to stay in the town they grew up in. Like in my case, I have been trying to get out for fucking years. There's always somebody or something going behind my back and sabotaging every single move I make in the name of staying where I grew up. And it's like, I'd rather have a bullet between my eyes. Now, my thing is this. A lot of people will take swings at you because somebody's granddad has a problem with yours. And it is some white trash, Hatfield, McCoy level bullshit. It truly, genuinely is. And the funny thing is some people are so desperate for business at times, they'll go around and trying to unscrew this and pop a tire there and stuff like that. And it's just like white trash tomfoolery, in my opinion. And the truth of the matter is, men from poor backgrounds are taught from birth that they are entitled to women, regardless of their social class. And it creates a lot of problems. And the problem is, these men are not masculine. They're not providers. They're not protectors. Sex. That's all they're after. And the funny thing is there is, by the powers that don't need to be, some of them have paid for top dollar spellcasters, if you will, to cast lust spells over these men to make them reproduce. But the thing is, women are always going to have a little more spiritual protection than the men. So the only way a woman is going to go for that is if she truly does not know any better. But the problem is, when you're trying to mess with a woman like me, I know better. When you get a taste of life outside of your hometown, you don't want to go back. You really and truly do not want to go back. And on top of that, when I first got out of college, one of the few jobs I could get outside of retail was the teller line at a bank. This was back when U.S. Steel was actually in business. I was cashing their paychecks, and they just avoided, that was to be avoided out of common sense. It was common sense. For me, personally, and I'm not the only one who feels this way, it is abuse to bring a child into this world and you not be able to financially take care of it. That is abuse. And you cannot change my mind on the matter. And on top of that, I'm not having a kid without Mrs. being in front of my name first. And that's where people really and truly got me all fucked up at. If you cannot give me a proper courtship, a proper proposal, a proper ring, and so on down that line, I'm just not doing shit. Again, socioeconomic differences. And what a lot of these men struggle with is plain and simple home training. Manners. How to properly use a fork and a knife. And so on down that line. And on top of that, when you are dealing with a person who is spiritually, like if they're talented spiritually, they can tell within the first 5 minutes of conversation if somebody is worth going on a date with or not. Hi, I'm one of those people. Oh, cheating? That's not allowed. Not allowed. Yes, it would be a clause in the prenup. Yes, I would make you sign a prenup. I don't care if you have more or have less. We leave, we split, it's going with me. And another thing that really sets me off is people who expect me to be Barbara the Builder at 38 years old, you are out your goddamn mind. Because one thing for fact, two things for certain. If he does not start having his shit together by 30, he damn sure ain't gonna have it by 35. If he ain't got shit by 35, he for damn sure is not going to have it any other point in his fucking life. Is he to be avoided at all costs? Yes. I don't believe in making the same mistake twice. See, the funny thing is, my granddaddy taught me to run a business for profit, not into the ground and file bankruptcy. And the thing is, a lot of us can spot a red flag before they ever spot us. And you know what? I'm grateful for all that. But my problem is people who, again, overestimate their market value. Y'all get a little cocky. Y'all get a little arrogant. And it's genuinely infuriating. Oh, which brings me to this. Mormons have databases. And my thing is, it's made to look like it's just amongst the Mormon families and stuff like that. Like, they know your financial information, how many kids a family has, the daughters of marriage age, and so on down that line. Like, it's genuinely invasive. It is invasive as fuck. If they can find that out about other Mormon families, they can find out about anybody's family. Which brings me to this. If Latter-day Saints ever steps on my doorstep again, so help me fucking God. No really means no. No, I will not pick you. No, I will not choose you. It's not hard. Y'all want to call me a witch? Fine. You want to call me a demon? Fine. Shit hits the fan and you're sick, my door is not open. Oh yeah, herbalism is a little specialty of mine. I love it. It's a hobby. You do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. But my thing is this. You say fuck me in any way, shape, or form, you gotta stand on that for life. You got to stand on that for life. Because causing me problems in any capacity is guaranteed rejection. You don't like it, then you should have learned how to be a gentleman. And you know what? It's not my job to train you. If I have to tell you what side of the sidewalk to walk on, it's just automatic no. And you know what? Somebody here is just going to have to get the fuck over it. Manners, decorum, the ability to self-regulate your own emotions. In other words, women are asking you to be an adult and not this burdensome child that needs to be raised. Because I will tell you this here and now, my former brother-in-law was jokingly referred to as my sister's oldest child, and I will tell you this here and now, there is nothing attractive about that. There is nothing attractive about that. And with that, I actually have employment to go to, so bye.